becoming the all-time scoring champ. Shaq said, quote, "It was a professional jealousy moment. If it was me, I would have been arrogant for 19 seconds. I know he's a humble kid. I know he's going to give the answer. I don't want to be involved in the debate of who's the greatest. I'm jealous of having the conversation. It is nice to be who's the greatest, him or me. Everybody would love to be in that position. Isn't that true? Sign me up." Shaq, all right, what do you make, Shannon, of Shaq's comments?
Shaq had an honest moment. Shaq knows damn well he's supposed to be in the conversation as one of the 2 or 3 greatest players ever. Not just most dominant, the greatest ever. You're never going to see a man Shaquille O'Neal's size be able to move with the athleticism that he possessed. Shaq should have averaged 30 points a game for like 6, 7, 8 years. He should have been Wilt Chamberlain. Even though Wilt might have played against inferior talent, Shaq had that ability. He didn't take it serious enough in the offseason with his training, with his nutrition, and he didn't come back in shape like he was supposed to. Had he taken it serious like LeBron, had he taken it serious like Kobe, had he taken it serious like Jordan, ain't no way in hell we can have a discussion that excludes Shaquille O'Neal as one of the top 3 players in the NBA. Not just most dominant. And when we go to dominant, yes, he's there. Shaq allowed his own defense because he was just too unstoppable for one person. So now they let you pack the paint with multiple players. But before then, nobody could see Shaq one-on-one. Had Shaq come in camp in shape, ready to hoop, Skip, why couldn't he be? Shaq got 1 MVP in the regular season. That's a travesty. I'm going to say, for the sake of argument, Steve Nash stole one of them. For Shaquille O'Neal to be...
No, that's not even arguable. He just did.
For Shaquille to be 7'1", 335 pounds, and can move, and as agile as he was, to have 1 stinking MVP or 2 stinking MVPs. He should have had 5. He should have had 5 MVPs. He should have had 5, 6, 7 finals MVPs. That's how big, that's how dominant he was. And I'm glad Shaq had a cathartic moment. I'm glad he sat back and said, damn, I should be in the discussion. Is it LeBron? Is it Jordan? Is it Kareem? But I'm never in that discussion. I'm glad Shaq said that about himself because he knows. People don't realize how strong. Shaq can bench over 400 pounds. Hell, he can be in the gym now and bench 315 10 times. Skip, he was as gifted as a big man as you've seen or you will ever see. But Shaq didn't take basketball serious enough. And I get it. He's going to say, well, I did something right. But Shaq, that's not the issue, what you did right. You know, because you said it yourself, the fact that they're having a conversation and you're not in it.
It hurt my heart to read these comments because they were from his heart. And it really stung him. It was a legit moment of sitting back and self-reflecting that could have been me. Well, it could have been.
It could have been. It should have been.
It was for a while because I was there for a lot of those games. I saw, like you said the other night, you were up close and personal in the front row and you saw some things and you saw Shea Gilgeous and you say, whoa, God, you see it in motion and you say, that's just different, right? Shaq revolutionized this game because it became unrefereeable. They just didn't know what to do with him. He was too big, too powerful, too agile, too skilled. He had extreme hand-eye skill with either hand. He had beautifully coached and taught footwork where he had all the moves down. You need to sustain. But I just checked this. So there was an 11-season run all the way up through their first three-peat, where he went 11 seasons and averaged almost 30 a game. So he did that for a good long while. And he did, in his MVPs, he averaged right at 30.
He was 29, 13, almost 29, 14, and 4. With 3 blocks.
With 3 blocks a game? 3 blocks a game? So, for the record, every time over the last, I don't know, decade, maybe 15 years, that I've done an all-time top 10 list, I always put Shaq above Kareem because I just envision in my head, if they did play some figurative one-on-one, I can't even imagine what it would look like, but but Shaq would just destroy him. He's just too big and strong for Kareem.
Right.
And could Kareem shoot skyhooks over Shaq?
Yeah.
I assume so. But listen, Shaq could defend at the highest level when he felt like
Right.
it, when he was in shape to do so. And once they three-peated the first time around, he started to let himself go, and he started to gain a little too much weight.
What he did in the NBA Finals, that's how he should have been playing the regular season.
I agree.
When he was averaging 36 and 15.
He was.
Skip, that's the thing. You said, well, 11 seasons, he averaged 30. Well, hell, he should have been averaging 35.
Agreed.
He should have been damn near 40.
Totally agree.
Nobody could stop Shaq. Anybody that's ever seen Shaq in person, you see how big he is.
He's a huge human
He's
being.
a ginormous man.
He is.
So just imagine on the basketball court.
Yeah.
He's 50, 60 pounds, because Shaq probably is 365 now, 375. So at 335, you see these NBA players. You see how skinny they are. None of them was as athletic and agile. Shaq could get the ball, drop step, and what you gonna do? He dunking you in the basket, or you're fouling him. Those are your only two choices. You get dunked in the basket, or you foul him.
Yep.
Skip, okay, if you said before Shaq, it was Wilt most dominant. Wilt won 4 MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
Got to the championship a lot. He just ran into the Celtics. That's what Shaq should have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq should have at least 4 MVPs.
He should.
Shaq should have gone to the NBA Finals at least 6, 7 times.
I agree. Yet, the beauty of LeBron James is he figured out from the start it's all about nutrition and fitness.
Yes.
And Mike Macias and the group that he has around him, that they showed him from the start, if you choose this path, it'll be a real long road, because you can play this game for a long time, and you're a huge human yourself. You're 6'9", 260.
Right.
But if you'll stay right there, 250, 260, which he has, and he's got the shoulders, got it all, you can do this at the highest level longer than anybody ever has, because you're getting a big head start on everybody else. So Shaq never saw it coming, so he could play his way into shape and stay in shape through a year. But you know, and I know what happens. You hit 30, then it starts to kick in. Your metabolism changes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, if you keep eating the way you've always been eating, and you take a whole off season off, literally off, you're not going to be able to run your way back in shape playing basketball.
And then you start getting injured during the season. And you know, Skip, you get injured during the season. How do you, and you still maintain the same eating habits? Because you got 2 lifetimes. You have a lifetime of discipline or a lifetime of regret. Those are your only 2 lifetimes that you get. So which do you choose to live in? And now Shaq, you don't think Shaq lays at night and thinks what could have been, what should have been? Yes, he's accomplished a lot. Shaq is probably worth $500-600 million.
He is.
But Shaq wants what LeBron, when they talk about Jordan, when they talk about LeBron.
He wanted to have the right to say, I'm the greatest ever. And he never had the right because he didn't last long enough.
No, or he didn't do what it took to become the greatest ever.
Right.
All those guys that wanted to become the greatest ever, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Magic, they did what it took to become that.
They did.
Shaq didn't.
No.
And he accomplished a lot, but Shaq would tell you, and he kind of told you in what he said.
He did.
He left a lot. He should have scored more points. Now, he wasn't going to catch Wilt with rebound. Hell, nobody going to ever get that record. But he should have scored more points than Wilt. He should have.
Yeah, I don't know if when you're that big, if you could last 20 years at a high enough level to pass Kareem or
No. He's too big to pass Kareem.
Just too big.
Kareem probably weighed the same amount. He came in the league. He was probably within 10 pounds. 15 top, Skip, where he came in the league in 69, and where he left in 88. I guarantee you, Kareem never got more within 10 or 15 pounds over what he came in the league.
I'm not going to dock Shaq for his free throw shooting. He wound up 53% for his career. His hands are so huge, it's just hard to cradle the basketball correctly and spin it.
Yeah, it's like me trying to shoot a golf ball. You're right. His head like a catcher's mitt. So to put it on the fingertips and to get the...
So allow me to say, I was there front and center. I think it was the 2001 Western Conference Finals. This is David Robinson and Tim Duncan. These are 2 of the all-time greatest. Trust me, I was right there. He toyed with both of them. He ragdolled them. He just threw them up against the wall like, get out of my way. They could not deal with it. And it was a wipeout.
Yes. He should have won MVPs when he was in Orlando.
Yeah,
he had Penny. People don't realize, you realize, I realize how good Penny Hardaway was. He should have won MVPs when he had Penny.
He did. Yeah, Penny was right there with Kobe.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I'm glad we at least get to watch